All right, we wanted to take just a minute and demonstrate these 40-foot new triaxle chassis on how to properly carry a 20-foot container on it. Whether it's loaded or empty, this is how one 20-foot container needs to be loaded and how to get it to a loading dock. We're going to demonstrate that. If you bring it in, I want to show this. You have a 20-foot loaded right in the very middle of the chassis. So if you are at the port, typically these are going to be down. These need to get flipped up at the port, which I can't demonstrate that, but these are going to get flipped up at the port in order to lock on a 20-foot chassis. When you go to the yard, normally these are carrying a 40-foot chassis, a 40-foot container. These are going to be up in order to lock on the back and on the front. Very importantly, in order to slide a 20-foot to the back, in order for you to be able to unload at a loading dock, this has to get taken down. If you bring it in here, there's a cotter pin. You pull that, pull this out, that drops down, put this back in. And that is down. That can ride like that, but importantly, it's probably not going to be like that when you pick it up. You've got to make that change. So you can see here, this is in the locked position. We're going to unlock it by changing our air line so we can slide it back. So you're taking your red line, pulling it off, and moving it over to this extra line, and that extra line is over to move your tandems. So we'll start up the truck. It cannot ride like this. It is not safe to ride like this. You have no weight on the truck at all the weight's in the rear. It is not safe to drive it like this at all. So this is just to unload it at a loading dock. As you can see on the back, you're now flush with a loading dock so that you can safely unload. All right, so we just finished unloading at the loading dock. Ideally, you can make all this change right at the loading dock. If you need to move, like physically out of the way, you're going to have to change these air lines in order to release your brakes off the trailer in order to drive. But you cannot drive on the road like this. This is not safe. So for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to leave it as is. Trailer brakes are going to be locked, but I'm going to have it that the tandem now can be unlocked, and I'm going to be able to slide where I need to slide to. So I'm going to keep my air exactly the way it is. So just hopping back in the truck. And I'm going to release, or should I say send the air to the tandems, which I'd normally send in the air to the brakes on the tandems, but that air has now been changed over. So sending the air to the tandems, releasing that so they can slide.